Snobs podcast.
Welcome to the Snobs podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Mick Manhattan. Thank you for joining me on another fun-filled Friday of the Snobs, episode 387. Sweep the leg, Johnny, because we have a very special guest joining us tonight. Johnny Sturdivant from Johnny Likes Movies is going to be joining in. We're going to be talking about some martial arts movies. We're going to be talking about his channel. We got our top 5 martial artists and movies that we're going to talk about. It's going to be a jam-packed episode. I'm super excited to talk to him. Paul couldn't be here again this week. He's very busy. He's got a lot of stuff going on. We applaud him for that because I know he's killing it out there. So we miss you. Hopefully we'll be back soon, my friend. Now, everybody, we're starting off. Usually I start with my reviews, and I'll be reviewing Nobody 2 tonight. And make sure to look out for other reviews as well. I have Trouble Man, the new Michael J. White movie with Method Man that came out. I had also the new Red Sonja film. I reviewed that, and that'll be coming out in the next couple of days. So make sure to look out for those on the YouTube channel. Quick reviews, of course, everywhere, and written reviews all over Substack and Letterboxd for everything. So hopefully you check those out as well. I also did a review for Freakier Friday. Go check that out as well. But I want to talk to you before I get to my reviews and before Johnny comes on. I wanted to kind of talk about some troubling things that have been going on lately. Now, we're a movie podcast, and listen, I get it. What am I doing talking about anything? I have no influence. I have nothing. I'm not important in any way, shape, or form. I don't move the needle. I couldn't even get my, people I care about to rethink their vote last year. So there's no influence coming from me. I am nothing of importance. I've always known that, though. And now the reason I say this is because years ago, when I was in film school, I was living down in Florida. I lost my place to live, and I was living out of my car for like 5 or 6 months. Like it was a tough time. It is not easy to not have a home, and it can be scary at times. And I at least had a car. I was living in that. Now I'm bringing this up because, as you guys may know, Washington D.C. is a special place to me. The area, I care about it very much, and I care about the homeless. I care, I've worked on projects to help the homeless for years, my whole life. It's an important cause, having been there, and I'm not putting myself in the shoes of these people who suffer every day for years, no matter what the reason is, and it doesn't matter. They're human beings. We should be treating everybody with dignity, that we can, that deserve it, especially. I care less about evil people. I ain't perfect, but there's a lot of homeless people really suffering and being treated quite terribly by the same people who for years were holding pantry events, things like that, now are standing by and watching this happen, and some are even cheering it on. It's some of the most disgusting things I've ever seen and witnessed lately. But to watch what's happening in Washington, D.C. in a whole, and to have personal connections to that, and it's in small ways, it's breaking my heart. It really is. I realize I'm not important. I realize I have no influence. I realize there's nothing I can do. I can talk about it. I can do the best I can, but there's just nothing that I'm going to change. I'll try, but there's probably not going to happen for me. The only thing I want to say before I start my reviews with everything is, I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know why decency and compassion and caring for just fellow human beings. I don't know why that's so controversial or divisive. I don't know why people are living in a state where they think that's okay. I guess ultimately what I'm trying to say is, how do we get back to that? How do we get back to treating people with dignity, treating people with respect, no matter what they come from? Why do we hold so many celebrities and rich people and others that could care absolutely less, and they prove it time and time again, they could care absolutely less about you? Why do we hold them in a high regard, but homeless people are getting arrested, thrown in jail? People of color are getting um, just treated horribly every day by officials and things like that. Why are immigrants being treated the way they are? Like, there's a million questions. It's disgusting. It's vile. And I guess the only thing I want to say with just watching this, as heartbreaking as it's been, is please look inward. Please look inward. What do you really want? Do you want ugliness? Do you want divisiveness? Do you want disgusting acts? Or do you want dignity? Do you want all the things that you tell people? You go to the movies to see the heroes portray. You go and you tell you pass yourself off to your friends as if you are this person. Why are we not acting like that all the time? I don't know what's going to happen. I will keep my head up. I hope all of you will too. To all of the homeless and the marginalized groups and just the downtrodden right now, please keep your heads up, keep going. Hopefully we can be a source of entertainment for you here. I know that's not much to offer, but I will always try to at least try and make you smile if I can. And we're going to do that now. I'm going to get off this, get off my soapbox here, and we're going to start the show because we have an amazing guest. Johnny Sturdivant from Johnny Loves Movies is here, and he does love movies. And it's going to be fun to talk to him about them. But before we get started, I usually do a few reviews. We did some this week. I will have Highest to Lowest out soon. I have to go see it this weekend, and then I'll be doing my review. That'll be written, video. You can check all those out. But I did check out Nobody 2. That's right. Figured it fit the motif with a lot of fighting and a lot of martial arts, so to speak. This is Nobody 2, the long-awaited sequel to from Nobody. And Bob Odenkirk stars as Hutch Mansell, he's now back to being an assassin in this film. He kind of left the world behind, and his family discovered it through meeting up with some old bad guys that were hunting him down. But in this movie, we see him full-fledged. He's in it. He's doing the work, and he's good at it. And he's getting tired, and he's disconnected from his family, and it's starting to get to him. So what does he do? He's going to take them to the place that his dad took them to when they were kids, Plummerville. That's right. There's an old water park there he wants to take his family to visit and just reconnect and rekindle things. But as soon as they get there, things start kicking off. Of course, there's some huge crime syndicate that's going on that's tied into the water park that they're at and everything else. So he finds himself stuck in the middle, having to deal with this situation. Sharon Stone plays the antagonist. She does a good job in it. She plays cool. She plays fun. It's one of those big bads that you expect to be exaggerated, and she pulls it off. Colin Hanks is along for the ride as a shady sheriff. He does pretty good in it too. I kind of like him as the bad guy. It's a very antithesis to his dad, so it's kind of cool to see a different version of that. Bob Odenkirk, Connie Nielsen, Christopher Lloyd, RZA, all back for the ride with the family in tow. They all do great. It's a lot of fun. There's a very clean feeling about this, but there's a very safe feeling about this. This is a stunt extravaganza, 87 North. When they put out movies, you can expect high stunts, and I respect that. I like stunt movies. To me, stunts are just as much an art as cinematography or anything else. So like when you watch it and it's really done well and it's choreographed well, it's a lot of fun. The story in this was my biggest issue. It was just one that's sort of like you've seen before. It's a familiar type of tone. The plot points all hit the same. Odenkirk does a great job playing this Hutch character again. But to what avail? Like, we're just seeing more stuff. It's more action-packed. It's more crazy, but nothing ever feels like there's any high stakes to it. It never really draws you into a point where you're like, okay, what's going to happen here? Like, the first one felt like that. You didn't know these characters. By the time you get here, it doesn't feel like any of them are actually in danger. So overall, this movie was pretty good. I liked it. I don't know if I'll check it out again. If I had to compare it to one that is very familiar in tone. I would say Love Hurts from earlier this year with Kyu Kwan playing the lead role. And I like that one. I thought they did a really good job with that. That felt like the stakes were there, actually almost like the first Nobody. But this one just missed the mark on that one. I don't know that you need to keep going on with these, but if they do another one, I just hope that they put more into the story than they do into everything else. But what did you guys think? Sound off. Let me know what you thought. I cannot wait to hear about it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Checking out on the podcast, listening to it, watching it, or checking it out on the YouTube channel. Go check out all of our reviews and more. We've got tons of them. And let's get started on tonight, shall we? All right. We're going to bring my man in, Johnny Sturdivant from Johnny Loves Movies. Once he's on here, ask all the questions, join in the conversation. We're talking martial arts movies, but here he is, Johnny the Man Sturdivant. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, buddy, can y'all hear me? Is everything good? Am I good?
You've never sounded better, sir.
All right, good. Hey, how you doing, bud?
How you doing, man? I'm so excited you're here.
I am so excited to be here, man. My first one, I finally did it. I made it.
You're here, man.
I made it.
You know what? I was just talking about Nobody too, right? And Riz is in it. He comes back to this one. And I just realized I have now watched 2 movies this week with 2 members of the Wu-Tang Clan, and they were martial arts movies.
yeah.
So they're living up to it on their final tour. I love it. But
I know, man. They give me that 36 chambers.
Oh my God.
They give me the 36.
Now I know why when I was in the shower earlier, I was like, oh man, I want to listen to 36 Chambers. And it's like, it's probably because I've been watching so much Wu-Tang on screen without realizing it. But,
they did forever.
Yeah, dude. And just to give a little bit of a spoiler for Nobody too, in case you haven't seen it, which if you have, then go check out this man's reviews over on his channel because they're amazing.
Yes, please.
Absolutely. But yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, he has a very cool samurai sword fight.
Ooh.
And he's got some cool one-liners to it. So it was cool to see that. Like, give them in some more movies to do. I like Man in the Iron Fists.
Thank you. Okay, so you're the other guy. All right, good. You're the other guy.
I don't understand why the second one, although I liked it.
Yeah.
The second one I liked, but it was definitely, it went down in quality.
Yeah.
It didn't have that Quentin Tarantino bucks.
And they have that shit. I don't even think RZA directed that one. I think he got somebody else to direct it. So.
You know, but he knows his stuff. Like,
that
first one was crafted really well. And I think the problem is, and kind of kicking things off before we get to our top 5, you love old kung fu movies. So it felt every tone in that movie, all the plot points, things like that, they fit well in a kung fu era.
Yeah, it's definitely Shaw Brother inspired. Like,
100%. I think that's what made that work so well for me, is that it just paid true homage. But
yeah,
I think that's a recommendation. People go out. That's my recommendation for the week. Go watch.
Came out the same year as Django Unchained too, which is a movie that I adore. But I remember actually RZA said there was supposed to be a crossover between both of them. Actually, at like one of the auctions, Django was supposed to see his character before he got the Iron Fist, of course, and before. So one was going to go to Asia over there, and the other one was going through the American South. But they were both on the same like plantation or auction block. That's what they were originally talking about.
Oh my God! Wow, I never.
That scene would have been nice.
That would have been an interesting one for sure. Like, and Tarantino, man, come on,
yeah.
Stop dropping the ball.
Yeah.
And actually, if you take it even farther, the cut scene from Kill Bill with Michael Jai White when he fights the Uncold Master, you can bring them in.
Yeah, that's right. He was
you bring him in, he's wiping the floor with everybody.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's the only one who knows it for real.
Yeah, that's true. And a karate champion to boot. He is the I love it. But
I learned how to punch things because of him. Because he's on YouTube. He says, your knuckle has to be an arrow. You got to twist into it.
You got to twist it. Oh my God, I watch him too.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I know how to punch now because of him.
Got to keep it straight like an arrow. Oh my God, I love Michael Jai White. I've been watching his movies. Like That man gave me two new movies in the past 2 weeks between Trouble Man and Hostile Takeover. I was like,
Oh, I got to check that out. I got to check that out. But you already know my feelings on Michael. I mean, he's for me. He's number 2 to the one and only Wesley Snipes.
yes,
the one and only.
Now let's take that. Well, you know what? Save that one.
Okay.
Because I want to. That's going to be our final fight of the night.
Okay.
We're going to look at those two and put them up together and put them
all
up
right.
each other before we do our recommendations. But before we get started, let's do our top 5 martial artists in movies. I'm stoked. I can't. Oh my god. I'm wondering my list is going to be good. Like I chose purely on like feeling,
Same. Hey man, we're basically the same person, but same here. Dude. Now, do you do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or do you do it backwards?
Backwards. I start at 5 and we work our way back.
All right. Okay. Cool.
All right. So I'm going to let you have first up. What's your number 5?
Man, my number 5 is he's a new guy. He's hot on the scene. Well, new, like his movie was like 10 years old or 14 years old. But I'm going to go with Iko Uwais, man, from The Raid.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a great pull.
I gotta go with Iko. That's my number 5 right there.
And he's canon in Star Wars now.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
So we have amazing martial artists in galaxies far, far away.
yeah.
I went for my number 5, somebody who is one of our favorite movies of all time, The Last Dragon, Ernie Reyes Jr.
Oh yeah.
He's so much stuff. He's everybody that know Keanu and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Surf Ninjas, The Rundown, and he is a true. I don't know if he's reached Grandmaster yet. I'd be surprised if he did, but his grandfather.
Yeah. And was Ernie's father or grandfather the grandfather? Someone was in Surf Ninjas or the Three Ninjas. I think it might have been his grandfather who played the grandfather in Three Ninjas.
That's a good question.
Someone looked that up, but I'm pretty sure that Ernie Reyes' grandfather was on there. Yeah, I like Ernie Reyes, man. The last thing I remember him in was actually, and I say it all the time when I'm by myself, but it's in The Rundown, and he beats up The Rock, and he always says, "Okay, Kansas City." I say Kansas City like that every time a Chief is playing, or I'm just by myself. Kansas City. I say it all the time. I don't know why. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's such a good movie too. I need to sit down and rewatch.
I love The Rundown. I love it. I wish that's the one movie I wish The Rock would make a sequel to.
And I love he is that would be a good one because I like Sean William Scott too to see him.
Yeah. And he's gotten better as an actor. You can bring him back.
I don't think The Rock could do it though. I don't think
he's big now, right?
Well, I don't think his ego would let him, because I'm not saying he won't be the butt of a joke.
Yeah.
He will be. He has been. But it's a controlled butt of the joke.
Yep.
You never go too far. And like that movie, I feel like for as much hubris, like he could beat up the entire football team and all this stuff. Yeah. For as much hubris, because like Ernie Reyes Jr. is in it, and you have to put respect on his name as a martial artist. Like he got his ass kicked by the guy.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that. He wouldn't even do it for Henry Cavill, who was playing Superman.
That's true.
This day and age, you can't. And that's the type of movie where the comedy lands because, yeah, you're a badass, but you still allow to get your butt kicked every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you got that from Vin Diesel, though, when they did Fast and Furious with that whole little hit rule, that hit per ratio rule they had.
That was when he showed up, that epic fight.
Yeah. I hope to God, like, that's like one of the last things I remember when I leave this mortal coil. Like when I'm like 89, I just remember that fight. That's like an image that just stays with me. I love Fast Five.
They just tackle each other and then swing really big pipes at each other.
Yeah, yep.
It's like that's my biggest memory of anything from Fast and Furious when it comes to fighting.
Yeah, I heard somebody describe it once as 2 biracial hawks beat the shit out of each other. Sorry. But that's how someone described it.
Not wrong. True.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right. What's your number 4?
Okay, so Quattro. I know this is sacrilegious because I know everybody loves this guy, but I aged out when he came on the scene. So like, I didn't love him as much as I love my number 1. I'm going with Donnie Yen.
Good choice. Good
at
choice.
Number 4.
He didn't make my list.
Oh, he didn't.
And it's surprising because I love the Ip Man movies. He's great.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ip Man. Yeah,
Fat Man. Enter the Fat Man was a good one too. If you ever get a chance, check that out.
He was single-handedly one of the best parts in John Wick 4. I don't care what anybody says. Single-handedly one of the best parts. He was, to me, because I didn't really like this movie as much. I know a lot of Star Wars fans love this movie, but like he was Rogue One for me as Inway, like in the way he used the Force and he was using his little bow staff or staff. He was amazing, and I really wish they made more stuff in Hollywood with him because I think he's underutilized.
I completely agree, and he was the first person in on live action movies to use the wills.
Yep.
About the wills, which was like for Star Wars fans was like, wow, okay, we know this, but like a lot of new people didn't understand it. I thought that was awesome. My number 4 is Michelle Yeoh.
Ooh.
Again, I got it not just for the martial arts, but also for the amazing stunt work within the martial arts she's done.
Hold on, Mick, you messed up. All right. You gotta put respect on her name. Academy Award winner Michelle Yeoh. Okay.
Absolutely. I was gonna say star of Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think she's the only martial artist with an Oscar on our list.
It might be, actually. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
Wesley deserves one, but whatever.
Oh, for sure. He's Juilliard trained, baby. Classically trained.
I love that guy, man. I'm all in.
But
if you could give Wesley Snipes an Oscar for any one of his movies, which one would it be?
I'm gonna have to go with Mo Better Blues. He was just such a great antagonist towards Denzel. And it was the only movie that made me hate Wesley.
Yeah.
I know some people would be like, not New Jack City. He dealt drugs to the community.
Jungle Fever.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I mean, remember how big that was too? The song and everything when it came out.
Yeah.
I know you're younger than me, but like they actually played that song on the radio.
I still have Fresh Prince. They made reference to that in Fresh Prince. I still have Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah. Wesley's great, man. I love Wesley Snipes.
Oh yeah.
Except for Coming to America too.
I liked him in that one. I thought he was funny.
He was funny. That one wasn't that good though.
It wasn't a good movie, but he was hilarious.
That's fair. All right. Well, so number 4, I went with Michelle Yeoh, and yours was who was yours again for 4?
Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen, great pick.
Good old
Let's
Donnie.
roll into number 3.
Okay.
What's your number 3?
Again, this is sacrilegious because he is an icon. He is a GOAT, but he's not my guy. Again, this is all a timing thing. This guy had his rise right before I was born in 1990, and Donnie was after. But this guy is Jackie Chan.
Ooh,
that is my number 3. I know it's sacrilegious. I know everybody got him at 1 or 2. But this is all based on feeling. And he was popping right before right before he could get his influence on me. And it wasn't really until I was in my 20s where I started seeing his good stuff. Like, I only really had his American stuff. I'm not saying Rush Hour is not good. I love the Rush Hour movies. I'm talking about the Shanghai Nights and the tuxedos and all that stuff. Like, it wasn't looking good for my man Jackie. So when I was in my 20s, I finally started watching Police Story. I watched all of those. I watched Rumble in the Bronx, like all his stuff from Hong Kong. And then, like, I got him. But unfortunately, he's number 3 for me because my heart belongs to number 2 other people.
That's very fair.
It's Jackie.
Jackie's a great choice. I actually went with for number 3, Sonny Chiba.
Ooh.
I love the Street Fighter 2. Sonny Chiba's royalty, in my opinion. And
so I always thought of Sonny as a samurai guy.
Yeah, he was martial artist, but
he
to me, like, I mean, he showed up in so many wonderful martial arts films at that time, and he was holding it down for Japan. So, I gotta give it to him. Was it Wolf Cop? Oh, not Wolf Cop. Wolf Guy.
Yeah.
I love that one. He was also in the Kill Bill movies. He's done tons of stuff. So,
and he was in Tokyo Drift.
He was in Tokyo Drift. That's right. I love Sonny Chiba so much.
Yeah.
All right, now chugging along. What's your number
Yeah.
two?
Now, number two is an icon for a lot of people. He's an icon in his household. He's an icon to my mother. She said that she's watched this movie over 200 times since it came out in the 70s. Enter the Dragon Zone, Bruce Lee. He is my number two. He would be my number one, but this guy, number one, had the most influence. And I'm gonna talk to him later. But number two is definitely what some people will consider the GOAT. Unfortunately, he's not my GOAT, but he is definitely a legend. He created his own martial art, Mick. Yeah. He created it. And he's the influence for mixed martial arts. So I'm going to go with Bruce. I think my number one does it better, if you ask me. But some would say no one does it better than Bruce.
I love Bruce. He's not on my list. Not because I don't think of him as the GOAT.
Okay. Okay.
But if I'm going on feeling on this,
yeah,
every one of their movies, like that I've picked here, was influential for me getting into the martial arts. I saw Enter the Dragon like later on when I was in high school.
Okay. Yeah.
So like all of them had movies I was watching. Like I saw Street Fighter before I saw Enter the Dragon. So it was one of those things. And Sonny Chiba, like I think because he had such a long career, stuck with me even more because I've seen so many of his other movies. Whereas Bruce Lee, like I've seen a few of his movies and I love them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But they are very like, at least like everybody on here has like a very different depth of different types of movies they've been in.
Yeah.
So I kind of went with that. But number two on my list is Michael Jai White.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm surprised. Not number one. The way we talk about him.
You'll see why. Like, I think you'll understand completely why my number one is number one.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, that's my number two for sure. But let's finish off with our number ones. What's your number one?
All right. This guy has been very influential for me. I remember watching his very first movie from a barbershop bootleg. That's how we used to get movies straight from China and that part of the world, is in the barbershop. Go to your local black barbershop if you want to watch some good kung fu films. This guy has got me into Tai Chi. For me, it was either like when I was a kid coming up, it was either comedies or like martial arts movies. That's what I was watching all the way up until I was 12. At a certain point, I wanted to be a martial arts man, like Jim Kelly. I wanted to have a lot of trades, and number one being karate man. But I got too fat, so I couldn't be a karate man. So I did the second best thing. I became a stand-up at 30.
Yes.
This guy is the greatest martial arts, in my opinion, of all time. I'm going with my man, Jet Li.
Jet solid.
Li.
Made my top 10, not my top 5. Again, Jet Li again was one of those ones. His movies were always more serious in tone.
Yeah.
So I got to them later.
Okay.
So I think that's why a lot of the people on this list were introductory to true martial arts films for me.
Okay.
Like before that, it was like Karate Kid, and let's be real.
Yeah. So you didn't have that black barber hookup then, I guess.
I did not. I didn't have that. My barber was Holden White, and I don't know if he knew what martial arts was.
Man. I even like the worst lethal weapon because of him. Some people say the fourth one is the worst one. To me, that is my personal, probably second favorite of that bunch, just because of Jet Li. He makes that movie very watchable.
But it is, in my opinion, it is the worst one.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. Like, it's the worst one out of a really, like, all of those movies are good.
Pretty solid. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I think that's the thing. Like, I like them all in their place.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't need them out of place. I don't need two to be better than three or this. Like, I'm like, they all work right in a row. And they're all really good. So I like that. That's a good pick. And I think that's where my introduction to Jet Li came in.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, coming in later, like, stuff like that. Like, because my introduction to foreign films.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'd never considered dubbed martial arts films from back in the day, Shaw stuff, to be really foreign because I didn't know any better when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're all dubbed. They're speaking English. How is that a foreign film? Like, I just assumed subtitles meant foreign.
Yeah.
And so, like, I didn't get into that until, like, my first year of college. Very snobbish. Very snobbish.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Like,
Hence the name. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I didn't know anybody. So when I finally got into it, that's when it awakened. I was like Crouching Tiger and Dragon, The Hero, all of these things, like everything it kind of flooded in. So I was happy when that happened because I was old enough and mature enough to handle it. Yeah. But that's why my number one is my number one. I had to do a long story short. It's Jackie Chan. I think
all right.
The perfect introduction for kids into martial arts movies. He did it perfectly. He and his brand of comedic, use everything around you, it still works. The Karate Kid Legends was great. Yeah. He actually made the Karate Kid more of a. He somehow made the Karate Kid. We were just talking about that. How, like, if that was your interaction, it's not real martial arts. He somehow made the Karate Kid franchise respectable in the martial arts world. Well,
I'm gonna push back a little bit.
Okay.
I feel like Cobra Kai made it respectable because that's when they got real martial artists. But Jackie Chan was before it, though.
Came out before that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And if it didn't, and here's the connection, I think you'll appreciate this.
Yeah.
Will Smith produced that for his son, right?
Yep.
Will Smith owns the rights to the Karate Kid and produced
Cobra Kai. Yeah.
So you gotta, like, if it wasn't for Jackie Chan bringing that back,
true. Yeah,
you wouldn't have Cobra Kai, which fans wouldn't have made them connect Karate Kid Legends to
Cobra Kai. Yeah.
And I am in it to win it on all of that.
Oh yeah. Oh man, yeah. Jackie. Oh, and coincidentally, both our number ones was in a really good underseen movie directed by the guys who did Lion King, Forbidden Kingdom.
Oh my God. It's Forbidden Kingdom is great. It's, you know what? Thank you for watching our top 5, but let's get to our full topic. And we're talking about different things, and we'll start there where talking about Forbidden Kingdom and how big a scale that movie was. Yeah. For talking about the movie.
Shit, Donnie Yen was the villain of that. Sorry for cutting you off.
Right?
On my head.
Dude, Donnie Yen actually showed up in so many movies back in the day. He was the one in was it The Hero?
Yeah, he's the villain in The Hero.
They have to fight in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's Donnie Yen too. Such a good one.
And another member of your 4, Michelle Yeoh, is also in that movie. They had everybody in Forbidden Kingdom. Damn.
Oh my God, it's such a great epic scale movie. But I would maintain it's not my favorite Monkey King story.
Oh yeah, it's Dragon Ball Z for me.
Oh, that's a good one. But Journey to the West.
Oh yeah.
Journey to the West is such a good movie that ends with the Monkey King storyline. I need to watch Forbidden Kingdom again, though. It's been so long.
It's a good movie, man.
It's been like 20 years.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
It's been a long time, man.
Wow. Yeah.
So let's take that. So where does Little Johnny's martial art movie mayhem start? Like, what kind of martial arts movies? Let's start there.
Mick, that's hilarious that you said Little Johnny. That's been my nickname for the last 34 going on 35 years of my life because my daddy's Big Johnny. I'm a 34-year-old man, and my they still call me Little Johnny. But my mayhem starts with my mother. She was dating this dude who used to like get the hookup from our barbershops of like old Jet Li movies. Really, Jet Li that's why he's my number one. Jet Li has been so influential in my life. I practiced Tai Chi for a while because I saw Jet Li's movie Tai Chi Masters, right? And there's a scene in the movie where Jet Li I was about to say effing. I don't know if we can curse on the show or not.
You can.
But, okay. He fucking open palm, hits a tree, and the fucking tree just like, right? I was like, Mommy, I want to do that. So she enrolled me in Tai Chi because of that. But yeah, it really started with that. Then my mom introduced me to Enter the Dragon, and then Wesley Snipes' Blade came out, and then like it just took off from there. I was looking at the right time. Like you said that you were introduced to Jet Li in Lethal Weapon. I think right before a year before Lethal Weapon came out. That's when my mom's boyfriend at the time introduced us to Jet Li because we had Fist of Legend, Black Mask, which I love. I adore Black Mask one. Tai Chi Master. I just found out last week, Mick, that they make sequels to Tai Chi Master. All right.
Did they really?
I found out they made sequels. Jet Li has like there's two other Tai Chi Masters I need to discover. But yeah, that's where my love for martial arts mayhem stems from. 97. Watching all those Jet Li movies. And then just riding out that explosion in Hollywood from 97 on. That's when we got Rush Hour. You know, that's when the first Rush Hour came out. Then I discovered Rumble in the Bronx and all that. So like that year, 97, if I could pinpoint it, that's when my martial arts mayhem began.
That's a good one. You know, I really like that one a lot. Like I would say if my martial arts like being like sort of in love with martial arts movies started pretty basic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Karate Kid. And you remember when maybe a lot of you don't remember this long ago. Some of you might.
Yeah.
But like when the Karate Kid came out, I remember my brother and I talking, and I was the younger brother, so whatever my brother said, I believed.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, you know, when it comes to karate, and he's telling me all these things about karate that he just inferred from seeing the Karate Kid. It wasn't said in the Karate Kid. It wasn't like it just became, but it was such a craze.
Yeah.
That like you just were like you kind of assume things, or you like you tried to find whatever answers you could. Like, so like that's where it started, and then I would say kind of rolled into as it grew, Ninja Turtles, of course.
Oh yeah,
things like that, Power Rangers. But then, like Power Rangers, I wasn't so much into, but like that craze was still kind of kicking up. By that point, I'm like, Jean-Claude Van Damme, let's rock this out. Like, I would say Jean-Claude Van Damme was like my biggest introduction at the time to martial arts movies.
Okay.
And I knew no better. That's why when Jackie Chan came in, I'm like,
yeah,
what is this?
Yeah, yeah.
Different. Wild. And
man,
David
people sleep on it. Oh yeah, Kung Fu? Yeah.
Kung Fu, the legend continues.
Oh man. Yeah, no, seriously though, like people sleep on Claude. Claude had some good ones before he got to knockoff. He had some good ones. Even that movie he stole from Jackie Chan, I will always say that movie where he was a twin. He stole that shit from Jackie Chan. All right, he saw that Jackie Chan movie.
Which one?
I think it was his is called Double Impact, I believe, and Jackie Chan's called Twin Dragons. It was when he became a twin, though.
Yes. No, you can't say that about Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme has like 5 movies where he has a twin.
Oh, what?
And they almost always die. You had maximum risk.
Really?
He was a twin, and his twin died. So then he like is investigating his twin's death. You technically had Replicant.
Okay.
He was a clone, but I mean it is a twin. You had Double Team. Or not Double Team. Yeah, Double Team was... So
Double Team. I keep calling that Double Impact. You're right. Double Team.
No, Double Impact I think is the one... Because that's the one where he meets up with his twins.
Yeah,
Double Impact is the ripoff of not just Twin Dragons, but it's also came out at a time when Double Dragon was out.
The game. Yeah. In the movie. Yeah. Yep.
So, like, it was sort of like... He had this weird fetish of, like, having a twin in every one of his movies at one point. And I was just like, what is happening? Why does he have to have 2? Always. That's why I was like, Bloodsport's fine by me.
Yeah.
Sonny Chiba was in that one too.
Yes, he is.
But like, I think about that, and like, I was always a fan of that clean type of fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, I'll call it stoic fighting, because like he'll hold his leg there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But the one I'll say kind of, I don't want to say mimics that, emulates that, because he's a real fighter, is Michael Jai White.
Yeah.
I think I like where he kind of, his movies, when he's really at the helm of them, focuses on Eastern lore.
Yep.
But really brings an American martial arts culture to it.
Yeah.
that we saw a lot, and I've always appreciated about those movies. That's why I think those are some of the ones that hold sort of the best, are some of the best martial arts movies coming out now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, what do you think? How do you think of like those, like the Jean-Claude Van Damme fighting style versus like the John Wick, which seems like dirtier or grittier?
Yeah. You know, I don't really have that much of a fondness for Claude's fighting styles in those films. Like
Well,
I'm like,
over. Goodbye.
like I love the premises of his films more so than the fight. Like Time Cop, I love the premise of Time Cop more than the execution. Sudden Impact when it was Die Hard in a hockey rink. I'm like,
Although
okay,
arguably Michael J. White did a better version.
yeah, in the sequel or the reimagining.
Whatever it is.
And I think like the only time that like I like the only like Claude movie that I love with his style happens to have Michael J. White in it, and that was Universal Soldier 2. I think it was The Return.
I saw that in theaters.
Yeah, me too.
We were the only ones.
Yeah, I think so. My dad took me there because I was a big wrestling fan at the time, and I loved Goldberg, and I knew Goldberg was in it, and it was my introduction to. That's a lie because it came after Spawn. I didn't know who Michael J. White was. My dad had to point out to me that Spawn, so I'm like, oh, that's him.
Well, in fairness, though, Spawn, he does not look like Michael J. White.
Yeah,
movie, so it's hard to like.
And I'm 7 at the time.
When I saw Universal Soldier: The Return, I had seen Spawn, and I knew who Michael J. White was.
Yeah,
and I still didn't know Michael J. White was Spawn at the time.
Yeah,
so I get it. It's just one of those things.
And I feel like because I know he still makes movies now, and they're on streaming. Some gonna go to theaters. Like I love the Black Dynamite movie. I love the Outlaw Johnny Black. I think that he's a very talented actor. But to me, I just feel like he should have a bigger career than what it is now. You know, like of course we know of him, but if you ask me, I feel like his name should be bigger than Wesley Snipes. And I love the guy Wesley. Wesley's my guy. But I feel like his name should be bigger. I feel like he should be in more stuff. Like it shouldn't be years I see him in a big budget feature like The Dark Knight. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like every 10 years. He should be like in 2 or 3 movies a year, tops. One, on his regular market for the video and streaming, and one like big, like in the theater, everybody sees it. Like, I think the Jerry Springer movie killed his career. Not kill it.
I forgot he was in that.
But I think the Jerry Springer movie kind of stunted it. Cause I'm like, why aren't there 5 more Spawn movies? Look, I know the first one, there's more to be desired, but there's be 5 more Spawn movies. Come on now.
I don't know why we can't have another. Like, make Spawn now. Do me a favor, because I'd love to hear what you think about this.
Yeah.
Spawn sucked. It was a terrible version of. It was not a comic book movie. That was the 90s, though. I don't blame the makers of Spawn as much as I blame the studio for wanting to do Batman and Robin type superhero.
Yeah.
It was just what they were calling for, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
So we know that movie sucked, but he didn't suck in it.
He didn't suck in it. He was great.
Him in it. Spawn has gone on for years. There's an older. It doesn't really matter because he just looks a little older than he did.
Yeah, he doesn't age.
Right. So why not bring him back? Tell a story with an older Spawn.
Yep.
Where we'll accept it. It's a revival. You can I can see it now. Like do like a 5-minute cartoon intro, like the old cartoon on HBO.
Yeah.
Where you're kind of explaining the backstory from the first one, but make it cooler.
Yeah.
And then just go right into a new Spawn movie with Michael J. White. He can do it. We know he can pull it off. We like him as an actor, and we want to see Spawn. So,
and terrible movies get like all-timer sequels all the time. Well, not all the time, but there have been terrible movies that has gotten all-timer sequels before. Like, look at Logan. The Wolverine Origins is an atrocious movie, if you ask me. It's atrocious to watch. Poor editing, terrible CGI, right? But 7 years later, he gets an all-timer sequel, a sequel that I feel like was shortchanged. Because if you ask me, Patrick Stewart should be having an Academy Award for that movie, for that performance.
Yeah,
But
so,
so I'm like, you can absolutely do a wonderful sequel to Spawn, and it's a sequel to a movie that wasn't necessarily good. You can still do, like, bad movies always have, if they do well enough, they always get great sequels. It's possible. So yeah,
you're set up now.
Yeah,
you can go back and watch the original. I think more people, and that's the thing. Like there are movies that are for their time didn't work, but they work later. And then that Spawn movie, I still don't think it works, but that Spawn movie still seems like it's popular with a lot of people.
Yep.
So you can pull it off. Like, and it'd be an interesting one. And I bet he would do it.
Oh, he definitely. And, like, I know we're going on a tangent here, but yeah, I just don't like the idea that, like, Ty McFarlane wants to reboot it with Jamie Foxx as an actor that I adore. But I'm like, come on, man, you can give this another shot.
I don't honestly, like. You also should you should think about franchise and who you can keep.
Yeah.
And as much as I love Jamie Foxx, and if it's a hit, he'll be there for a while.
Yeah.
But he'll also get busy.
Yep.
And nothing against Michael Jai White, but, like, I feel like if he's getting this, he's not going to be that busy.
Nope.
Like, he might make his own movies or whatever, but he'll make them around making the Spawn films.
Exactly.
So why not get somebody who's established, somebody who can pull it off, and just surround yourself with a good director and good writer.
Yeah, and they're the same age. So I'm like, you already got an actor who's in the same age range. You might as well just get the OG.
It's hard to argue with that. Yeah, like you're crazy for not getting it, Todd. So
yeah,
I don't appreciate all your antics and your push. So now, when it comes to martial arts movies, and as we're kind of talking about them, we talked about Jet Li, we talked about Donnie Yen. What are some of the older, besides Bruce Lee's films, that, like, maybe you gravitate towards? Like, I've talked about the Street Fighter, but I adore the 36 Chambers of Shaolin.
Oh yeah, that was one I was going to pull out, but another one I was going to pull out, and this is I can't remember if I said pull out 2 times. Pause. This is another movie that's actually based off of that had a video game sequel, and I discovered it because of the video game. And I consider it martial arts. I know there's a lot of gunplay in it, but oh my god,
is it American Ninja 2?
No. It's no, Chow Yun Fat, Hard Boiled.
Oh,
Hard Boiled. Okay. That's an old one. Well, it's the 80s, but I consider, anytime before 1990s old for me. So I'm gonna go with Hard Boiled, which led to an excellent video game sequel, by the way, Bulletproof. I recommend anybody who has a Xbox 360 or PlayStation 2 to play it.
Okay, with Hard Boiled though, where does Chow Yun Fat fit in to the martial arts discussion?
He's not on my Mount Rushmore. He's like definitely like 8 or 9. I just like the fact that they kind of invented their own. He called it Gung Fu. I like how they invented their own little martial arts style, using the guns more than just pew 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 pew. They actually used it as blunt instruments. And I like how they kind of invented bullet time. The Wachowskis, they like to claim that they invented bullet time with the Matrix, but Jelly, not Jelly, sorry, John Woo got them for about a decade, I believe. And I like the innovations that film made for there. I know this is gonna give me a lot of shit, and this is I'm gonna go with the movie that Kung Pao is based off of. Not Kung Pao itself, but if you watch the real movie,
okay,
that is an excellent martial arts feature. I'm blanking on the original name of it, but I discovered it after watching. I discovered it like randomly on HBO one night. I think they did like a double feature on HBO. I think they played Kung Pao, and then they played the original movie that it's based off of with the original actors. And I'm just blanking on the name of that movie, but that movie was very good. And then 36 Chambers. which inspired the Wu-Tang Clan.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they got Shaolin style. Um,
Amazing.
and all those Shaw Brother movies, man, and like, so I'm gonna go with those for my older picks. For the ones that doesn't include Bruce, Jet, or Jackie.
I love it. I love it. Yep, Gordon Liu is definitely one of my tops. I love him.
Yeah.
And I watched that movie. I watched and I like all three. But I like the first one. That 36 Chamber was the bee's knees of kung fu movies of the 70s. It's truly fantastic. Anybody hasn't? It's like on my top 5 list of all time. Like, I love that movie. And that was a fairly recent one. But going back, and I think I love it because it's a good, solid story. Like the martial arts is very wire centric and like they were back in the day. But which brings me to like sort of my final point before we get to the recommendations.
Yes.
Well, first I want to talk about Johnny Loves Movies, but
yes, please.
What is your favorite martial arts like style or let's go with style. It doesn't have to be any certain discipline.
Okay.
But one you've seen on screen, like one you really like, I want to watch this person or a number of people do this style.
Ooh.
A lot of the time.
So I like Siat. That's the style from the Raid. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Tai Chi has had the most influence of me. There's a wonderful Keanu directed martial arts film called Man of Tai Chi, which is really good. I discovered that before I seen the Raid. Nice. But my favorite one, man, I'm gonna have to go with I do not know the particular I don't know the name of the practice, but it's the martial arts. It's the newer style that we have now. It's the style that they used in Shang-Chi.
Okay, yeah.
That wonderful film too, which is a recent martial arts film.
Yeah, and it pays good homage to the old martial arts films.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go with that style. That style is inspired by Jackie, so I'm gonna go with the style that I've seen in Shang-Chi most recently. I think that's the and it's a bit of wuxia. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
I dig it. I if I'm gonna choose, I'm gonna go with was it Ung Bak?
Oh yeah.
I really like that fast pace, sort of like almost relentless at times fighting style, but it's also plays into a free running sort of style as well and things like that. So I dug it. There's something clean about it, and we saw it in the James Bond movies that had come and so So like I think they did a good job with that. But yeah, great pick though. I love that.
Thank you.
Before we get to your recommendations, I want to hear about Johnny Loves Movies. What do you do on Johnny Loves Movies? Tell us all about it, and what do you got going on with it?
Thank you. So Johnny Loves Movies is on my YouTube, Johnny Stephen. This is my first and middle name. So that's where you get to see my movie podcast where I discuss movies and do reviews. And then I do deep dives. And Mick was on one of my deep dives. I have another deep dive coming up for weapons. Hopefully I can get my boy on there. And we just do deep dives where we talk about like deeper like pictures and we go and we just delve into what happens, the meaning of it. Sometimes there's a little quote in there. And then you get your basic movie reviews. I also have a letterbox, Johnny Sturdivant 17 if you want to look at my written reviews, because that's where all my written reviews go on there. And then what do I got going on now? So we got a big deep dive coming up on weapons. And then look out for my few reviews. I'm actually seeing Nobody 2 tonight, right after this. But we're gonna have a big extravaganza where it's gonna be Nobody 2. I saw this movie Relay, which is amazing, Highest to Lowest, and Weapons. I didn't get my weapons review out last week. So it's gonna be a big extravaganza. It's gonna be on there probably at some point this weekend. And then if you're in the local Cleveland area, Akron area, please check out and watch me do some stand-up comedy, man. Some of my best bits are about to go up on my YouTube, Johnny Stephen, as well as my movie review. So that's for Johnny Love Movies. That's what's going on at the Casa de Johnny Loves Movies right now, off the top of the dome.
There's something for everybody, and I love it. That's
Yeah.
fantastic, man. And you know what? One day we got to get you on to talk about comedies.
Yes, please.
I would love to tackle that next. That'd be a lot of fun. I mean, there's a lot more. Like we have deep conversations in our chat about all movies. Like Johnny loves movies, and you can tell if you go to his channel because the guy talks about them. And like honestly, spot on. Most of your takes, I like, and I can't even think of any like I don't agree with. Or at least don't appreciate.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. That's why I love those kind of conversations. I miss those. Those are the old film school conversations I used to have back in the day. So, so I'm glad you can come on and hang out with me and talk martial arts movies.
Absolutely.
I asked you to make some recommendations for me and the audience.
Yes, I did.
And I think you did, but I'd love to hear them if you got some.
I committed to it. Okay, so for you, we're gonna start with you, and then you're gonna go to the audience. So for you, I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3. I was gonna try to do backwards, but we started that backwards. So my first recommendation would be Fist of Legend. I brought it up a few times. Okay. That features the Jing Wu influence of martial arts. And it's where you get early Wing Chun. Fist of Legend is also a remake of a Bruce Lee classic, Fist of Fury, where Bruce Lee is a complete psychopath. He's a psychopath in that movie. Jet Li managed to humanize him in that one. It's a darker take on Fist of Fury, but it's called Fist of Legend. Enter the Dragon, Jeet Kune Do. That's Bruce Lee. Now this one is controversial. My next one, because some people forget that this is a martial art. Boxing is a martial art. I was debating against Raging Bull and Rocky. But Rocky has more of the technique in it. Raging Bull is more of a character drama. So I'm going to recommend Rocky for you.
Okay.
And then now for the lovely audience. Okay. So for Pinchak Siat or Slot, The Raid. Nice. The Raid. And then Tai Chi Master, something that I brought up earlier with Tai Chi that's very influential to me, which I think you love. And then Wuxia. And that's with Hero. Hero's a classic. I absolutely love it. And those are my 6 recommendations.
I love those recommendations. Anybody watching or listening, watch these movies. Watch all 6. Yes. I haven't seen everything, but I'm super excited to check everything out. Those are some great choices. Thank you so much for those recommendations. Absolutely, and if those recommendations don't tell everybody right now that this man knows what he's talking about, I don't know how to convince you anymore. So
thank you.
He'll be back because we're going to talk about more stuff.
I shall return.
I can't wait. It's always a good time. And hopefully we can talk about weapons together because I can't wait to hear you.
Yes, absolutely. I can't wait.
Worst comes worst, if I'm not there, I'll still be listening. So
we're trying to get my cousin. That's the 3rd one. We're trying to get him on there.
Can't wait. We gotta get him on
see it.
He has to see the movie. I know.
He's only holdout.
Eventually, we'll get you there. But I want to thank you, Johnny, for coming on, hanging out with me tonight. I had a really good time. This is always a lot of fun. Thank you. I wish you all the best, and everybody go in your stand-up. On Johnny Loves Movies, on everything. So I wish you all the best, my friend.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And we'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Absolutely. Take care.
Bye. That was awesome. I always have such a great time with Johnny. He is a lot of fun to talk to and hang out with. So we hopefully can get together and watch Weapons. But it's that time of night. Before we get going, though, of course, it's time for Mick's movie picks. And this one is from 1961. Now, some of you may know we're doing Beach Movie Month here on the Scene Snobs. So our Does It Sucks and our classic film reviews are all covering beach sort of theme movies. We started with The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, Castaway last week, Castaway, then Beach Party, and now we're doing Blue Hawaii, and next week we'll finish off with Point Break. Of course, we also do the Does It Sucks. This week we are doing, we did Beach Party and Back to the Beach last week. We did Weekend at Bernie's. We're doing a ton of them. So hopefully you guys can be a part of it, hang out with us, have a good old time, and watch these movies. When we do the Does It Sucks in the classic film reviews, we do a little bit more than just set reviews. We talk about the box office, talk about other things that go on with it, and it's just always a good time. So hopefully you guys be a part of it. hang out with us. Go check out all of our reviews and stuff and more. Next week's, of course, will be Blue Hawaii. So hopefully you guys can enjoy that and have a good time with it. But we're having a good time with you guys doing this. But it's time for my film definitions. I got this book. Well, I didn't get this exact book. This is in fact, I think it's an older edition than the one I had. It's film definitions, complete film dictionary. I've been picking out a different item or phrase or something from the film industry or filmmaking and kind of reading it off each week. So I wanted to share another one with you, picking it at random. Okay, here we go. So this is more film history. Hollywood blacklist. In the late 1940s and 1950s, a large number of people who had worked in the Hollywood film industry were no longer able to obtain jobs after they were accused of being communists, being affiliated with communists, or being members of subversive organizations. Hollywood's boycott of these people was a product of the hunt for communists and subversives in the movie industry by the House Committee of Un-American Activities, or HUAC. In 1947 and 51. The boycott was Hollywood's way of showing patriotism during the McCarthy period while protecting itself from the government censorship and public disapproval. Many careers were destroyed in the movie industry as a result of the blacklist, the existence of which Hollywood studios vigorously denied, though one had been devised by a patriotic organization called AWARE and was widely disseminated by the American Legion. A number of film people were forced to work under assumed names or to seek employment abroad. See the Hollywood 10 House Committee on Un-American Activities. Now, that's an interesting subject to learn about. And we actually have a video in our classic film reviews and classic, not classic, but our film history. You can go check it out. We have two versions of it. One's an extra long version where I talked to Dan Gow, who's an historian, about the McCarthy era, and especially in filmmaking. And we did a shorter version, which will give you somewhat of a brief history of it. So you can go check that out. Yeah, those are some dark times. Film definitions. We do those every week with our mixed movie picks. Another thing that we're doing too, to kind of sort of shine a light on different cinemas and things that may need help. We did the Enzian Theater, which is an independent theater house in Maitland, Florida last week. This week, Stephen City, Virginia, the Family Drive-In. They're having a lot of trouble right now, and they could use some help, some donations. If you go check out the Family Drive-In and their website, go help them out if you can, because the drive-in is a great place, and we need to keep cinema alive, and we need to be the ones to do that. We often talk about how movie prices are always driven up. We often talk about how people aren't happy going to the cinema anymore. Well, you got to support your local. You got to, go check them out, help them out. Be a part of it. Go see those movies there, especially at a drive-in or something like that, or a little theater house and stuff. So that goes a long way. That's small business being helped out, and that's a big deal. So please go help out all of our lovely cinemas around you, especially if you can. Go help out the Family Drive-In right now. They need some help in Stephen City, Virginia. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, having a good old time, being a part of it. I just want to say I appreciate you guys watching and listening. Like, I know I went on 15 years of podcasting. I love this. This isn't, I got bored during 2020 and picked up a microphone and started doing something. Like, I worked in the film industry. That was my dream since I was 9 years old. And I moved on from it, and I found this, and I've been able to create and do so many things and be a part of movies in such a special way. And then I love doing it. I love critiquing movies, not in a negative light, but trying to do it with positivity, love, and kindness. And I appreciate all you guys being a part of it and following and hanging out. And hopefully we're entertaining you. But I just wanted to say that it's been a crazy summer, pretty wild summer, actually, a pretty hard one at times. So, and I know a lot of people are going through a lot of hard times, but I just want to say thank you for all the support. Thank you for being a part of it. If you would, please give us a like, give us a subscribe, goes a long way. If you're listening to this, rate and review it, follow. All that stuff really helps. It really does. And, doing this, it means a lot. So when you guys do it, I want you to know that it does mean a lot. I don't know if I say it often enough, but I do mean it. But I want to say thank you guys for being a part of this, hanging out with me. We're coming up on our 6-year anniversary in October, the second weekend of October. And we're coming up on our 400th episode on Halloween night. We're going to do some big things. We're going to have some great guests along the way. And we're just trying to figure it out. So until next time, everybody, remember to take care of yourselves. That is important. Please take care of yourselves. Act with decency, act with kindness, act with compassion, and just be there for your fellow man and women if you can. And don't hate. Get rid of hate. Get rid of cynicism. Get rid of all that stuff. And like I said, take care of yourselves because that is important. Remember to be kind, rewind. And until next time, I'll talk to you.